So we began describing this receptive mode. So here's the energy of your vortex, where all these riches that you want, this gold mine is, and all of the value to humanity that you've ever wanted to be. It's in this vibrational frequency. And so you have conversations with us and with yourself, but it's hard because you've got beliefs that you've been dragging around for a while. Beliefs like, why would I be the one that deserves? And if it's really real, won't everybody try to get on? And then won't it all get watered down? And then won't it not go anywhere? And is this another fly-by-night scheme? And there are all kinds of things. This time, instead of trying to think your way there, you've decided that you want to be there where there's non-resistance. So you need a path of no resistance for yourself. And your beliefs certainly are not the path of no resistance. Your beliefs are full of resistance. We can't even talk you out of them. So what's the path of least resistance? Well, you could meditate. And when you quiet your mind, you stop thought. And when you stop thought, there's no resistance. And when there's no resistance, the vibrational frequency of you rises. That's why Esther can hear us. That's how Esther met us. She meditated, quieted her mind, her vibration rose, and there we were. Scared the fire out of her. There we were. Her teeth buzzed for an hour. There we were. She was not on a normal basis ready for the vibrational frequency of Abraham. After a while, she adjusted to us. So you meditate, your vibration rises, and as your vibration rises, now you're a vibrational match to what is in your vortex, which means you're in the receiving mode, which means now ideas begin to flow to you. So we want you to know that just meeting with these people was one of those experiences. In other words, you were in a frequency where some of what you're wanting could be satisfied in that way. This is the vision that we want you to hold just for a moment. You're right there, and this is going to be so helpful for you. So you've meditated, and you did it every day for a week or 2 or 3 or 4, and your vibration now, it's easy for you to just relax and let your vibration rise. And you know that it's happening during meditation because you feel detached. Sometimes you feel like you're floating. You can't tell your nose from your foot. You have that detached sort of feeling. Sometimes you're seeing visual stuff. It doesn't matter. It's different for everyone. So here you are in this detached state, meaning no thought. No thought. You're just focused upon something like the sound of the air conditioner in the room, or maybe a note that you're hearing on some recording. There, a lot of different people are using a lot of different things to focus upon. Esther likes a steady sound. Hear it? Hear it? It's boring. Nothing to think about it. That's not as good as the sound I heard in the last room. You don't think things like that. So you focus on it until you settle down, until your vibration rises and your resistance leaves. So now you're in the receptive mode. And then an idea comes to you. Now, it's not going to be the idea that takes you all the way to the gold mine. It's going to be an idea that feels good when it comes. And you know what it's going to have? It's going to have that quality that you said you're looking for. You're going to feel like moving toward it. It's not going to feel like something you have to push yourself to. It's going to feel like something you want to go do, as unreasonable as it seems. You're going to want to go do it. And don't justify to anybody. It's just something you feel like doing. And if you will do it, then there will be some obvious payoff for you. It's not going to take you all the way to the gold mine. You're still in the pipeline over here. But you're going to begin to get the gist of how this receptive mode leads you to as far as your resistance will allow you to be led. Did you hear that? You will be led as far as your resistance allows you to be led. And in this new, just coming out of meditation, you can go further than you are accustomed to going. And if you go and then you see that you witness or you realize the advantage that you accomplished by quieting your mind and getting the idea, then it happens again and again and again and again and again. It doesn't have to happen in direct conjunction with meditation. You can be driving and an idea will occur to you. When you feel the exhilaration of an idea, follow it. And if you get an idea that comes from somebody else, it's not yours. Your inner being will lead you, and your inner being might very well lead you to the same group of people. We're not trying to get you off that track. We just want you to do it from the inside out, which is what you ask us for. You intuitively know that it must be that way because you're a creator. You've felt yourself inspired in design. You felt it come out of nowhere. You've felt it come from focus. And you know the more you gruel over it, the more you shut down and don't find it. You know when you're rested and when you're fresh, that's when the new idea comes to you. And when you follow it, it's the solution you've been looking for. You understand all of this. You've witnessed it all. You can apply it to anything, yes?
Right. Nice, thank you.
There are gold mines for all of you all over the place. And this is something that we want you to know about your inner being. Your inner being knows where you stand in your physical humanness in relationship to everything that you want to manifest. Your inner being knows where you stand in relationship to everything. And your inner being knows what your path of least resistance is to it. Your inner being knows what beliefs you hold, what beliefs that are in your way. And your inner being doesn't even need you to change those beliefs. Your inner being can guide you even with them. But if you want a path of least resistance, meditation is the key to less and less resistance. So think about it. How would you go about changing beliefs? Stay with us on this thought just for a moment. So let's say you've got many beliefs that hinder you from that. I don't believe that there's that much money for me. If it's that easy, why isn't everybody doing it? Let's say that you've got these beliefs that are in your way. And your inner being knows that you've got those beliefs that are in your way. But your inner being doesn't need you to get rid of those beliefs. And it's a good thing because you can't. You can't be talked out of them. Have you ever tried to talk anybody out of something? They just dig in and hold tighter to it. They just argue for it even more. Haven't you noticed that? You do it to yourself too. So you've got these beliefs that are in your way. You can't really get through them, not for long. Maybe you could talk to somebody that makes you believe for a minute, but as soon as they stop talking, you go back pretty much to what you believed before. But now you've decided to meditate every day. 15 or 20 minutes, you manage to quiet your mind. Your vibration rises, you get into the receptive mode, and you feel an idea and you follow it. And then you meditate on another day and your vibration rises and you feel an idea and you follow it. And then you meditate again and your vibration rises and you receive an idea and you follow it. And before long, what you followed has led to a new experience that defies that old belief. Because words don't teach, it's only life experience that teaches. You're now living something that you didn't believe you could live. You don't need to be talked out of that belief. You just proved it to yourself. You found the evidence of it. You see what we're getting at? The way to bridge those beliefs into things that are beneficial to you is not by going after them. You cannot get to the bottom of anything. There is no bottom. The more you focus upon it, the more it will show itself to you. It just gets bigger and more of a part of your life experience. Did that make sense to you? We wanted it to, because that's what you're living every day of your life experience. Experience that gives birth to new desires that you deserve to experience the thrill of then witnessing it coming into being. Do you know how much more satisfying it is to create a sculpture than it is to go buy one that somebody else has created? Do you know you're having so much more fun with that architecture than anybody that's buying it and moving into it? The creator is always having so much more fun. You don't want to just bumble around and find something that others have created. You are creators. You want life to give you the components, and you want the ideas to flow through you, and you want to follow the path of your ideas, and you want to express it through your conscious awareness, you see. This is a really good time for a segment of refreshment.